Mark Barr. In front of the detention center, I believe that the injustice taking
Korea is absolutely diabolical and evil. This is an attack on religious liberty. This is an attack on human life. And I am disgusted by the treatment that this 83-year-old has received, being the mother of peace around the world. She is so inspirational for millions of believers all over the world. So this is not just an attack on Mother Moon. This is an attack on all faiths around the world. And we need to stand in solidarity. So whether whomever you call God, this is an attack on religious freedoms. And if they go after Mother Moon, they will go after us next. And so we got to stand in solidarity and fight this fight. And I'm here to encourage Mother Moon, you're not alone. The cavalry has arrived. There are so many are praying for you, fighting for you, standing with you. You are not in this battle alone. Dr. Martin Luther King said it wasn't the cries of my enemies, but the silence of my friends. Well, we're here to let you know, Mother Moon, your friends are speaking louder than ever, and we won't be silenced. We will go and down fighting together, and we believe without a shadow of a doubt that there is justice that's going to happen, just like Paul, as we've seen from the mountaintop. Those prison cells will begin to break down. Those prison jails will begin to break down, and Mother Moon will come out walking free like Dr. King, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, she's free at last.
The ultimate threat is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. During the last great work, we held the Joy World Worship Service worldwide. On this day, there was a report from Heavenly Japan's Nabi activities, which conveyed a strong sense of hope for Heavenly Japan and the dreams for the future. Yonanim also recently mentioned that what Heavenly Japan has accomplished by overcoming the hardship of the past 2 years is precisely the revival of the second generation realm. Now, even in Heaven Korea, the inheritors of Heaven's love and blessing are coming out to the streets, leading and proclaiming loudly. Therefore, I am convinced that Heavenly Korea too will now rise higher and go further. After the assassination of former Prime Minister Abe, I would like to report on how the second generation has risen and what kinds of activities we're currently carrying out. There have been people who are fired from their companies because of their faith. Some students were publicly denied by professors during university classes. There were also second-generation members who were wounded deeply by indifferent media coverage, took their own lives. Along with deep sorrow, we continued to question why the truth about our church was not being conveyed. Eventually, the term religious second generation became established in the media. That term has come to carry very one-sided and negative image, as if they were pitiful children suffering under the forced faith of their parents. However, the reality is different. There are many second-generation members who, by their own will, embraced faith and through that faith, experienced joy and happiness. We call such people the heavenly faith second generation, and are taking on the challenge of conveying the true value of faith. From now on, the second generation who inherit the victorious foundation of true parents will stand at the forefront of this age. From that conviction, I decided to establish the Nabi, the new faith second generation. In May, I appealed to brothers and sisters across the country to join street campaigns to let the world hear the voices of the second generation. To be honest, I was very afraid at first to show my face publicly, to stand in the streets and to speak openly on social media carried great risk. Even when I called for a rally, I worried, what if no one comes? But the result was astonishing. A total of 76 second-generation members from across the nation raised their voices and gathered, saying they wanted to join together. About half a year has passed since then, and now the number of Nabi campaign member has increased to around 400 nationwide. The name Nabi carries three meanings. First, like a butterfly in Korean, it expresses our desire to protect the freedom of faith, to fly freely, bound by no one. Second, like the monarch butterfly, it reflects the hope to proudly demonstrate that faith can be passed down from parents to children across generations. Third, it represents the butterfly effect, the belief that just as the flutter of a small butterfly's wing can create a typhoon, each of our small voices can become a great force that moves society. Each individual voice in our street campaigns is small. Even when we stand on the streets, 99% of the people passing by are indifferent. Yet even if only 1% stop and listen, they realize that there are also second-generation members like us. They say things like, "I'm glad to learn the truth. The government's response is clearly strange. The Family Federation has done nothing wrong." During these activities, many miraculous things have happened. A Christian pastor who had previously opposed the Family Federation came to see one of Nabi's rallies. He changed his mind, saying he had misunderstood us all this time. One second-generation member invited a university friend to a Nabi rally. That friend was deeply moved by the confidence and courage of those speaking publicly and has now begun studying the divine principle. As for me, a middle school friend I hadn't contacted in 20 years came to see Nabi rally. He said, "I've been watching your campaign on YouTube. I'm cheering for you." So he supported me. Above all, the greatest miracle is that the faith of second generation is awakening. By overcoming fear and standing in the streets, we have come to realize that our faith in Heavenly Parent and true parents is more precious to us than life itself. That this church is a precious sanctuary, and that the path walked by our first generation fathers and mothers is truly, truly invaluable. The voices of second generation are indeed creating miracles. Now, True Mother is detained, and the situation remains extremely difficult. But I believe that if second generation unites in heart, rises with faith and love, we will surely overcome this crisis. No matter how much the world misunderstands us, no matter how much persecution or ridicule we face, we will continue to proclaim the truth with love and sincerity, because we know the love of true parents. That love is our driving force, and we believe it is a power that will lead the world to peace. Nabi will continue to stand proudly and convey the voices of our second generation to the entire world. Let us move forward together with strength. Thank you.